I ended up getting a custom order from someone on Instagram who wanted me to make these two Datsuns for baby showers they're going to. One's for a boy and a girl. I'm just taking some time to cut out as much as I can. I was a little upset. I got this fabric and it's sold by the yard, but they counted that white strip at the end as part of it on both sides. So I was missing quite a bit that I had to pay for. But just getting all this cut out. It's hard to set up my sewing equipment at our family's house, so I'm just cutting everything. And when I get settled somewhere, I can sew it all together. So I cut out all the batting and the lining and the outer fabrics. And I'm just going to keep doing that for as long as I can. We are at my mom's house in Annapolis, Maryland, and the first day we came, they had a big snowstorm, which was great for my little one. He's seen a little bit of snow before in Virginia, but nothing like this, and he was so excited, and my dog was too. Oh my gosh, here comes all the geese. Hello. So it's been a few weeks. My last video was the market I did. We had a few life changes. I am now in Maryland staying with my mom, but that is a much bigger story. It's just temporary. We're not really sure how long we're going to be here, but I'm staying here and I brought all my sewing stuff with me. And I am starting to work on my Valentine's collection and make the Kindle and the iPad and the laptop sleeves and makeup bags. So I have 3 Valentine's prints that I want to release in the collection. And this one is the first one. And in the inside is going to have this purple fabric here. And so I already cut out all the fabric, the lining, the batting that I need. So it's going to be just a small collection, just a couple of each one. Another one is going to be a patchwork one with some reds, and then I got this really cute pink gingham with hearts, and I will show you that. So here is that fabric. I thought it was absolutely adorable, and I can't wait to make all those things with it. So it's going to be this one, and let me show you the patchwork one that I'm making. I already cut out all the pieces for that too. I still need to cut out this one, but the other 2 I have all cut out, and I'm getting ready to sew them up all now. All right, so this one is a lot of small pieces, so let me just take out. All right, so this is the other one. They're all in small pieces right now because I'm patching them together, but it's going to be red and rose and gingham patchworked all together. I think it's going to be really cute when it's all finished. But yeah, this is going to take a lot longer to do all the patchwork. I've actually never really done patchwork where I have to sew every piece together. I've done a couple fabrics together, but not where I cut out all the little pieces and sew them together. So it'll be a first for me, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to turn out well. But I've cut all those out too. So that's what I'm just going to be doing for the rest of the afternoon. Well, a couple hours. My mom is actually watching my little one downstairs right now, and I've got a couple hours to sew stuff. So I got one of these tiny square rulers to measure the ends easier on my makeup bag, so I can just put that little square there and trace it out instead of using the regular bigger ruler, which is kind of an inconvenience. Got that. And then I buy zipper by the yard instead of individual size zippers, because then I gotta remember every one of my products is a different measurement, so I'd have to get a bunch, like 6 different zipper sizes. So I definitely recommend getting zipper by the yard. It's a lot easier. You can cut it to the exact size you need, and you get the pulls with it, and it's cheaper too, so it saves you money. And then I have my little labels that I'm gonna sew on. I keep making stuff and forgetting to put the labels on, so I'm gonna try to put them right in my face and attach my labels. They come with like a little sticker that you can stick it on first a little bit, and then you sew it on so it stays in place. Makes it easier. And I got these from a company called Ever Emblem. They're on Etsy, and they have their own website, and they usually give you a discount code. But yeah, I like them so far. I've only made a couple with these on there, but I am going to do all of these with them attached. We'll see how it turns out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to quilt everything. I have to quilt it all onto this batting, and I am just going to do lines down it and see how that looks first. And then if I want, I might do some crisscross lines, but most of the time I just like the lines going straight down. I think it looks nice and clean that way, and a nice quilted outlook. I have a thicker quilting because I like it to be a little bit of puffy. I like to have a little bit of puffiness to it, and I think it protects your items better, especially if you're putting a Kindle or iPad or laptop in there. But yep, now I'm just gonna do a lot of quilting. So even though I've been sewing for years, I still make mistakes. I didn't even check to see what kind of thread I had in here. I can't even remember what I sewed last, but I usually always use white. But of course I didn't check, and now I have black thread on this, and I am going to have to pull it all out with my seam ripper. Super fun. So this fabric is super stretchy, and when I was quilting it, it was just stretching all different ways. It looked terrible. It wasn't coming out even. So I had to seam rip it like 3 times already. So now I am basting it on the edges, and I'm also clipping it. So hopefully that'll hold it in place a little better while I'm quilting. Okay, it is the next day. So I really struggled with quilting that fabric, the heart fabric, because it has a little bit of stretch to it. So when I was quilting it, it was coming out uneven. Even though I basted it all around, it would still stretch a little bit of a different ways, and the quilting was coming out uneven. The hearts were getting stretched out uneven, and I had to keep taking it out, seam ripping out the quilting lines and doing it over. I did manage to get one done, and it does look super cute, but it ended up a little smaller because I had to redo it a couple times. And even though I like how it looks, I decided not to quilt the rest because that just took way too long to make. So I made a couple more without the quilting. It still looks super cute. So this is a Kindle sleeve, and inside is purple. And then I made another one for a little bigger size of Kindle, and purple inside also. And I am gonna sew little tabs to put on the zipper so it's easier to open and close, and I think it looks cute with the little fabric tab pull. So yeah, I like how this one turned out, and like I said, this is part of my Valentine's collection, and I'm gonna now work on the same pattern in iPad sleeves and makeup bags and zipper pouches. And I'm not sure if I cut out laptop sleeves for this fabric. It was very limited, the amount I had. Like I said, I found this fabric and some other fabrics at like a fabric thrift store in Georgia. They just have a bunch of fabric lying around for super cheap prices, but it doesn't say where it came from or anything like that. But yeah, I'm going to finish making those and not quilt these ones. But then after I make these ones, I'm going to be working on the patchwork ones, which I know is going to take me a while. Like I said, I just have a couple hours each day to sew because I have my baby, and luckily my mom is retired, and since we're staying here, she can watch him for a couple hours a day, but I don't want her to, you know, be entertaining him all day because he is 3 and he runs around like crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna use the couple hours I have to sew as much as I can, and I will check back in with you guys later. Here's the 2, well, the 3 really, one of the quilted ones too, Kindle sleeves that I have finished so far.
So I'm just gonna play some music on my speaker that my dad got me quite a few years ago here, but I'm just gonna connect to my phone and play some music.
So right now I'm just basting it all around because, like I said, since it's a little bit of a stretch to this fabric, it moves all around, so I have to baste it around the edges and do it very slowly so it doesn't stretch a lot. Yeah, so it takes a little or a lot more time with this kind of fabric. I didn't even think about it, but yeah, a little bit stretchy. I didn't think about how difficult it would be quilting this, but I still want to use it. I already cut out everything anyway. It's just going to take me a little more time.
To be honest, I kind of forgot I was vlogging on my camera for a second. I just posted on my social media page for the boutique right now. I just did like a little reel of me with a time lapse of doing some editing on the sticker sheet. So alright, part 2. Oh my, oh, that one almost worked. I don't know if you guys can even see where it's cutting, but it's like not even anywhere. This is definitely a...
Alright, I just been still working on my Kindle sleeves, and I made these couple zipper pouches. I really like how they turned out, even without the quilting. I love them. They're puffy and they're all lined with the purple. Yeah, and then the next things I have to make are the iPad sleeves and the makeup bags in this one, and then I can move on to the next pattern. I'm really hoping that I can release my Valentine's collection the Monday of the last week of January. I think that is like the 25th. I can't remember the exact date. But yeah, I definitely want to have a little, at least 3 weeks before Valentine's Day. I'm just trying to give myself enough time to make everything since I can't work all day long. So last night I was listening to a podcast while I was working, and her name is Mel Robbins. I'm not sure if any of you have ever listened to her, but she has some really good advice. And it was a podcast about it was like 6 steps and how to achieve any goal. And she was talking about how you need to decide what you want to do. Is your, like in my instance, my small business, is your small business a dream or is it a goal of yours? So it's a difference between a dream and a goal. A dream is something that you imagine, like you think about it all the time. You know, I dream that my small business will be successful. I dream about what I want to do, about what I want to make. But a goal is actually in the doing. You're actually taking action to make your small business successful. You're not just dreaming. You're not just imagining what you're going to do. You're actually doing it. So that really hit home with me because I do a lot of daydreaming about what I want to make, where I want to take my small business, you know, how I want my setup to look like shopping for yarn and fabric. But I'm not actually, I mean, I do make stuff, but I'm not taking major action to make it a goal of mine. So she was like, even if it's 10 minutes a day, if that's all you can do, make sure you're doing it and not just being lazy and say, oh, you know, just dreaming of what you're going to do. You're going to do it if you want to make it a goal. You have to get up early in the morning before everyone else, or you have to stay up late to work on it. You're doing something to make your small business a goal of yours, to make it succeed. And that's the first step in actually making your goal succeed, is taking action. So that is my goal. She also said to make sure you write it down what your goal is, and it tricks your brain into believing it more and taking action more if you actually write down the steps that you want to do and post it somewhere so you can see it every day. So I'm going to do that. So that is my focus for this year, to definitely change my mindset from my small business is a dream of mine to it is a goal of mine. So let me know in the comments below what is your goals for 2025 for anything, or for your small business, because I know a lot of people own small businesses that watch this. But yeah, let me know in the comments what your goals are. That's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will be making another video of my Valentine's collection, the other patterns and stuff. And be on the lookout soon. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's under the same name, and I'll post there all my Valentine's collection pictures and the exact release date. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!